look, we're live. Congratulations. Yeah, fuck you, Merky. Woo.
Yeah,
So
fuck you, Merky.
Show me your balls. Oh, I think he
might be AFK.
All right. Don't tell him that we're live, okay?
Okay.
He won't know.
Yeah.
But
definitely not.
How have you been, Zeno? I bought a house last week. That's why we didn't have an episode.
I didn't buy a house last week.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't.
Oh, there's the sexy motherfucker. Oh, was that a rapper?
Came out, yeah,
because
Is that Taco Bell?
No,
What was
it was a truffle wrapper.
Oh, it was a
Chocolate
truffle.
truffle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Also representing my middle school.
I'm not going to say the name because I don't want you to get doxxed.
It was so hard to not say the name just then. I was like, hell yeah.
Are we currently recording?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, please don't say it. Don't dox me.
We were
Quick
like,
Google search, I'm pretty sure it would screw me over.
we were like, yeah, let's not tell them that we're recording. And the first thing you do is pretty much almost dox yourself. And I'm like,
almost doxed. Well, I didn't know.
Well, I mean, that is fair. If I would have just stopped the whole recording and restarted and be like,
all right,
we don't edit this, so we're deleting that. But we didn't have to delete it because nobody said nobody fucking said anything. Also, fuck Merky.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Fuck you,
fuck
Merky.
Merky,
dumb truck of an ass.
Merky, you're gonna be shit on so hard this episode because it's the first one that you didn't show up to after you said, "I don't think I'm gonna make it to all the episodes." And then you showed up. You showed up enough that we're like, Merky, pay us fucking money for the hosting.
Yeah, fucking mooch.
I'm waiting for that fucking $36.
I wonder if we can get a hold of Dusty to see if she can come on to the podcast and just shit on him. And just give us like so many embarrassing stories.
Hang on, wait. You guys keep the podcast interesting. I'm going to message her on Facebook.
Right. I got one more thing. Fuck you, Merky. You bitch. That's it.
Oh, come on. You guys were roommates. You got to have a little bit more than just fuck you, bitch. I beat her.
You're fucking big old Dumbo looking ears, bitch.
So I remember one time I sent a photo of Merky to a mutual friend of ours, Cthulhu's Heathen.
Yes.
And it was just because all of us boys were together. And she made a comment about his ears. And she was like, why does his ears look like that? And all I could be like was like, oh, he has cauliflower ear, man. He can't really control that.
He was a wrestler.
He was a wrestler. But of course, I had to show him that. And his face just got stone cold.
He's like, that's fucked up. Gonna come out of my ears.
That's fucked up. You know how fucked up? That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
Real fucked up.
So I did message Dusty. We'll see if she gets back to me. But I was like, hey, can you? I'm assuming Merky and Dusty are out together, so I'm assuming it's probably a no. But I was like, hey, can you join the ADHD podcast and play some Merky tonight, like right now, and tell embarrassing stories about him?
You know what?
I wonder if she's gonna show that to Merky, but it's not like he's gonna hear it anyway tomorrow when he's fucking.
He's gonna be like, "Fuck you guys,
well, I mean,
fucking pieces of shit."
Be like,
reply back to that message and say, if you can't, can you just give us descriptions of some embarrassing stories we can say?
If you can't, can you give us back some descriptions of embarrassing stories?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna learn. This is what happens when you cannot make the podcast.
I hid a Play-Doh poop in Merky's apartment. He still hasn't found.
Also,
really?
Yeah,
like legit.
Tell Merky.
Yeah, legit. It's Play-Doh poop in his.
Can you just message me where it's at because I'm just curious.
Yep, I can do that.
Oh, the other thing you can do, like if I were to show up and you guys decided to, record without me, you just gotta throw all of your embarrassing stories out there. So that nobody can take advantage of you when you're not here. Like
that's true.
Like basically coming up front and be like, yeah, so I was using my girlfriend's credit card for an entire month and didn't even realize it. Can't use that story against me, assholes.
That's right. That shit was hilarious because you bought so much food for different random people too.
Yeah, but it turns out, luckily, the Switch purchase was on my card. We confirmed that, and I was like, "Oh, thank God, Switch! I'm the good guy again. It's not Gaz. You can stop thanking her. You can thank me again. Bow to me, please."
But had one of our viewers reached out to us on Twitter from Germany, they would have gotten a free meal on Gazer's dime.
I went on to our ADHD After Dark Twitter, and I tweeted for like the first time in a couple of weeks, and no replies. No one in Germany wanted anything.
I forgot.
Shame.
I forgot about. I was gonna look at that, and then like I had an ADHD moment, and I kind of forgot about it. And then
as we do.
Now you're reminding me, and I'm trying to find the tweet again. You posted what today? Oh,
no, like a couple of days ago, I think.
Who's gonna be your? Why is it going to be Merky? Well, it's not gonna be Merky because he's not fucking here.
Right. I was anticipating him going to be here, and then he was like, "Oh no, I'm not going to be there because I'm a loser." Pussy boy.
Straight up, pussy boy.
He goes, "I may not be there tonight, boys. Cry. Xeno, eat shit." You responded back, "Fuck you. You let Hall steal you away last week." And Xeno's response was like, "At least I said I'd be there for the second half. More than you're offering, bitch."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we completely forgot that my plane got delayed by 2 hours, so
Yeah. So
somehow I was clear of all wrongdoing, but I'll let that.
Well, you were buying a house.
Yeah, I basically sold my soul to the bank.
Shit. You weren't doing pussy boy shit like Merky's doing tonight.
Because he bought a house, so all banks are funded by Satan.
Satan understands.
That is true. Satan runs all banks and all lawyers' offices.
Yeah, all banks, all lawyers, and I also own Harry Potter.
That's true. That is very, very true. Fun fact, did you know Satan is pro-transgender community? We recently learned that.
Yeah, I make the banks give stuff to the transgender community a lot. So I'm the reason why they do good things. Also, stop getting up in arms over a game. It doesn't affect the person who you think it affects. Yeah.
So, like, I understand J.K. Rowling gets like some kind of residual from it, but I feel like WB is the one who's pocketing the most out of it because it's a WB game.
No. J.K. Rowling gets like almost nothing from it. She gets more money from ticket sales than Universal Studios Orlando. Where are the people outside of there?
All right, and there's people going to Orlando lined up, probably more than buys the video game.
I mean, you could go to Universal Orlando and then like not go to the Hogwarts part of it and say that you didn't support like the transphobia stuff. And I'm like, but you bought the tickets, so your money just goes there anyway.
Yeah.
Did you know that? No? All right, cool.
Now you know.
Now you know. We ruined the magic. I'm pretty sure Walt Disney pays some money to J.K. Rowling through some sort of weird 17-part deal.
I just feel like some people, ever since social media became such a heavy thing, social media has just been the worst outlet for so many people.
It's because it's called glorified fucking keyboard warriors.
Yep.
Would you say
it's not just
online to my face? I'd say everything that I think that I would say out loud online, I'd say it to your face because I'm a fucking idiot. But there are people out there that are like saying things that are 10 times worse than the shit I'm saying.
Right.
And they're like, I don't expect there to be consequences. I'm like, bitch, if we ever met, it's a fuck around and find out moment. Right? Like,
100%.
It's so fucking stupid. And half of the people that are complaining on Twitch and shit are just trolls that are like, see, I could be the good guy and just be an asshole. Oh, look at me. Fuck you, you're a transphobe.
I feel like it's just because some people think because they're behind that keyboard that there's just this like wall between them and a consequence. And that's something like, and I know our listeners know, I work in education, that there are just some kids that just don't understand that. Like, I can't get it through their skulls. Like, guys, you go online, people can probably Google you. They're going to find out where you're at, and there's going to be a lot worse.
People like me exist.
Yeah.
Like, it's scary how much I could find out about you, especially because of where I'm going to work now. If I really, 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 really wanted to put my career in jeopardy.
You could have doxed a kid over in Great Britain.
I actually do know where he lives
Yeah, see,
And-
exactly.
and his full name. But I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to get it. It just so happened to be that said kid needs to probably have better online privacy security settings. And
wasn't it through an Xbox
Uh-huh.
like invitation or something? Yeah, because I
Uh-huh.
remember he sent it to me and I saw it too, but my name, like, I just saw his
immediately
first name,
messaged
didn't
him,
look
and
at
I
his
was
last.
like, so now I know your first and last name. And he goes, of course, the one person that would be able to dox me gets my info. And I'm like, hey, I didn't really fish for this. It just showed up. So,
Right.
You sent it to
you
me.
sent it to me. And then he added me on Snapchat. And I'm like, well, okay, you let me see your address before you turned it off. So
He refuses to start a streak with me.
he'll
at all.
start one with me every now and then. But
I'm
We know
horrible
who
at
his
keeping
favorite
streak.
captain of the game boat is.
yeah, well, I mean, it's just because I constantly send cat pics, and he's just like, Kitty.
In all fairness, it's just like every now and then again, I'm just like, oh yeah, Toasty Boy exists.
Oh my god!
Oh, look who
No,
decided
look at
to
the
show
show
Look
up.
at the little
Here
bitch.
he
There's the
is.
little bitch.
Pussy
Did
Boy.
you sign in from your phone
Boy.
because Dusty said something? Oh, I think we made him cry.
He might be upset.
He might be a little upset.
Like, I didn't mean that shit about the pussy boy.
It was,
Yeah, we're
Fuck that.
sorry.
it was a little
Yeah.
too much.
You okay,
Put
boo?
it down, I promise.
Dusty
Marky?
said, but I'd have to tell him you guys want me on the podcast. I think he knows.
He knows.
He knows.
Merky, are you fucking there or what?
I-
What are we doing?
I think his stuff's broken. But anyway, back to J.K. Rowling while we're waiting
Right,
on
right,
that.
right.
Yeah, your little skits are really hurting your community because what is more hate bring? Even more hate.
And,
and
she's
he-
not.
And even last night, I think I would classify Jordy in the LGBTQ.
You guys hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
now we hear you.
There it is. Holy.
I would believe
goodness.
Jordy.
Thanks for setting it up for me.
I would consider Jordy part of the LGBTQIA plus.
I was streaming
Yeah.
it last night, and like he never brought it up, and he was just like, "I'm level 9, asshole, catch up." So I'm like, "Oh, it fucking must be fine with the fucking game." Merky, what's up?
No, is this live?
Yeah, we're
Yes.
recording.
Yeah, we're
Live
recording
recording
right
right
now.
Well, I'm glad I could fit in somewhere. I just heard that you said something, and someone won't tell me what that something is, so I have
don't know
no
what you're talking
idea.
about.
But
I
I
have
heard
no idea what
that
you're talking about.
odd.
Well, it's because you weren't showing up for the podcast.
Yeah, this
tonight.
is
we wanted stories
I mean,
about you.
Yeah,
this
it
is
was
like,
it was like a
an
deal.
AB
your deepest, darkest
conversation,
secrets.
really. So maybe you should see your way out of it.
oh, hey,
Yeah.
hey. Look, there are
Oh.
things that I want to take with me to the grave, and I don't think anyone has the right
Does Dusty
to
know
tell
about
those
them?
stories. I don't
Well,
know.
Well, we're
I
about to
don't know.
find out. Unless you don't let her on.
put her on the mic. Get her in here.
I don't know.
I
Put
don't know
Daddy
about
Dusty
this.
in here.
You guys can fuck off. You replace me with Switch, and I'm
Dude,
hurt.
Switch
Well,
isn't
now we're
even
gonna
coming
replace
on
you with
until
Switch
like
isn't
an
even going to
hour.
be on
He'll
until
be
we're probably
here.
done recording at this point because we started at 6:30.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we can
so
never
you're saying nice that
replace
Switch
you.
didn't get his audition.
He'll,
Silence.
he'll be there. He'll be there.
No, he kind of said that he wasn't going to be here for a while.
He got his tattoo sleeve today, I think.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, did he actually get? He got a. Oh, he didn't tell
Yeah,
you.
he
I was
sent
like, so
a
what's he
snap of
getting?
it.
Yeah, he
Well,
said
he's
it's
like,
like.
the sleeve.
Oh,
but
he
the
did send
forearm.
it. Oh, okay. I'll have to check. I haven't checked Snapchat.
Didn't he have like half a sleeve
Quite a while.
already, or
No,
I don't think he had
I
any.
don't
is this
think
the
he
start? Is
had
this the
anything.
start of it? Because he's
It's
trying.
the
he's-
start of the
He
sleeve.
wants to get a sleeve, so I think
Right.
this
Correct.
is just his start. Okay, cool. All I know is that his shoulder is on fire.
I bet.
I wonder what it looks
So,
like.
Merky, are you free tonight now, or like what's the deal?
No, I'm about to put this exotic meat loin on the grill.
Exotic
Uh-huh.
meat loin. Where did
Are
the
you
meat come
putting
from?
your penis
I,
on the grill?
I harvested it myself. It is a venison loin or a backstrap, corn-fed, organic, the good stuff. And it's going to go on the grill, and we're having some Parmesan potatoes and some broccoli as well.
So
Ooh.
you're not available for the podcast recording because you're making dinner?
I'm
Wow.
Yeah, and we have one of my best friends over, Bradley.
Maybe you should have led with that.
Right. Instead of, I'm just making dinner.
Instead of saying it's going to take so much time to make all of this food, maybe you should have led with, I have company, asshole.
Hey, I mean, I don't
I'm
want
trying
too
to
much
be
of my
a
personal
good
life getting
host.
out
Maybe
there.
lead with
You know
that
what?
next
You know
time.
what? Bring your friend on the podcast. Maybe
Yeah,
he
get Bradley on here.
get him on
Oh,
the
you're
podcast.
cooking
You know
dinner.
you got a
We'll talk to
headset. You know
Bradley.
you got an extra one. Give it to him.
Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
come on.
I don't know about all that. But
I'll text Bradley right now.
I'm
Get him
gonna-
on this podcast.
the meat should be done here soon, and we're going to eat, and, maybe we'll
Notice
how he's a voice.
sporadically
Podcast
pop
with
back in.
Murky, I thought
Yeah.
I thought you had a bigger dick than this.
I've watched you be the masters of aversion to questions when speaking about dead parents in the group, so I learned it from you. Yeah, smile about it. Smile about it. No, I miss you, boys. I hope everyone's having a good time, and I shall return.
Okay.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Too bad.
Bye.
That guy's
What
a
a
fucking
bitch.
loser.
Am I right? God damn it. What a fucking loser.
Oh no. We all immediately were like, what a piece of shit.
Piece of garbage.
He just doesn't want to not have control over his side of the conversation because he
Yeah,
knows that
yeah.
Dusty and who is it? Bradley, you said?
Bradley.
Yeah.
Uh, they'd probably tell some embarrassing stuff about him
Oh,
that he
Bradley for sure
that he
would.
doesn't want on the internet. But maybe Merky shouldn't do such dumb things sometimes. Like try to rub his arm up your leg whenever you have no pants on in your bed.
Yeah, I told him I had no pants on. He
I-
wasn't believing me.
I still believe that it would have been less weird if he just ripped the covers off and was like, penis, and ran away. Instead of slowly rubbing up until he got to where there should have been pants and going, oh.
That was one of the most
Oh.
awkward moments of my life to have to be like, yeah, dude, I'm naked under here, and somebody not believing you. It's like, bro, I'm fucking telling you right now,
You should have pitched a
underneath
tent.
these
You
blankets,
should've pitched
I'm
a
fucking
tent.
butt ass naked.
You should have legit pitched a tent with that fucking massive cock you got in that pants. Fucking raise the bed sheet by 7 inches. Be like, you believe me now, Merky? And he'd look at you, be like, I think I believe you, boo boo. You
I think I
did
was
this.
too anxious
Now fix
to
it.
Pop a boner.
Well, what a piece of shit. So this episode's going to be called Merky Didn't Show Up or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Merky
I'm fine
quit
with
the
it.
band.
Merky quit the band for one
What a
episode.
loser.
What a loser. I don't know, what are we going to do now? I'm kind of like already out of ideas.
Yeah, really.
Zeno's just
I don't
over there
know.
playing fucking Destiny like a
I am.
sweat lord.
Right.
I've got to do the grinding of the bounties to get all the day one, the artcraft, blah 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 stuff.
And then there's me. I'm just going to buy the expansion on day one, and then somebody's going to have
Like
to carry me
never
through
play it like you did the last one.
Well, I played the last one super hard for those first 2-3 weeks, and then
Yeah.
I get burned out of games really quickly,
Coco Merky and I went through the campaign,
like 17 fucking times.
and we did it day one because I think like we kind of just did it as like everybody as you loaded in. That was your fire team. So me,
Yes.
Coco, and Merky loaded in as a fire team.
Yeah, because I was working
and-
from home because of like company policy with COVID at that time, and I was
Yeah.
like, I don't need to do anything today, so fucking
Yeah,
I'll go there. And Merky, I know you don't want this out there, but he called
Oh,
in
yeah.
sick 2 times in a row.
2 days in a
2 days
fucking row, dude.
Doesn't he have
What
to call
a
his?
fucking legend.
Doesn't he have to call his dad for that too?
Yeah.
Yep.
As
So
dad
he has
is
to
his
call
boss.
his dad to say, "Hey, I'm sick today and can't come in." I just want to know what the next day was like. Did his dad know that he was like, "Yeah, he wasn't actually sick. He was just playing Playing Destiny. Like
Playing
He said he
video
sold
game.
it pretty hard. Like he's
Oh.
like, oh man, I got fever,
Boy.
I'm sweating and stuff.
boy,
Like I might hit up the med
I got
point,
the meat
you know?
sweat, boys.
boy, do we
got
have
the
a
meat
podcast
sweats.
episode for his dad to listen to now.
Oh yes, fucking
Better hope
anonymously
your
send
dad.
it to him.
Better hope your dad never finds ADHD after dark, Merky. Merky's gonna be
Right.
like before he listens to this episode, he's gonna like have the unfortunate be like, oh yeah, I do a podcast now, Dad. You should go listen to it.
Yeah.
His dad gets to this episode and we just hear him one time, like while we're playing.
$4 an hour
and he-
raise
and he-
you were just
And he gets a
asking
phone
about.
call from his dad, and he goes, 1 second, guys, I gotta take this. And he comes back, he's like, you guys are assholes. I sold that so well, but you guys blew it. Well, you're not here to stop the conversation, Merky.
Yeah, fuck
Right.
you, Merky.
If you could have been here, Merk could have stopped us.
I could see him calling off one day, but like when he called
But
the
two.
second day off,
Yeah.
me and Zena were like, no, you didn't. No, you
were like,
fucking
"No."
didn't. You're a piece of shit.
He's like, I know
I know I'm a piece of shit.
but I gotta play the
But
Destiny.
I gotta get the Sabatossi.
Yeah, I was talking about having a week off at the end of the month for Destiny, and one of my coworkers, new coworkers, was like, "You're taking a week off to play a video game?" I was like, "Yeah, I am. You guys can go fuck yourself for a week."
You want to fight me about it? Fucking.
Yeah,
You know, whenever
Losers.
when I put in for vacation, it wasn't a suggestion that I was gonna be allowed to take off. It was I'm not gonna be here, and you need to find somebody to cover for me.
Right.
my boss legit said when I told him I was taking a week off for Destiny, he's like, "If you don't put that as your description for vacation request, I'm not approving it." And I was like, "Deal. I don't give a fuck." So I put in my vacation request new DLC for Destiny or something like that.
I've done that before for my manager because they require us to do like a badge exception thing, and I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah, I took this day off because a new game came out, so I didn't work."
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? It's my vacation days. It's not like, oh, that's a week of your vacation days that you don't have. Guess you're gonna waste it playing a video game. No, fuck you. It just don't work.
Fuck
I
you,
took
you're not
a-
my real dad.
Took a half day on the Friday that Fire Emblem came out, the new one, Engage. And I was going to take the day off. And then my boss was like, okay, hear me out here. How about you work till noon? Because we get paid salary. As long as we work till noon, we get paid for the day.
Oh.
So he's like, how about you work till noon? I know GameStop doesn't open till noon anyways. Work till noon. Then you go home at noon, pick up your game. Then you can take the rest of the day off. And I was like, you son of a bitch. I'm in.
I'm in.
Son of a bitch, I'm in. Oh man. So my Galahorns got delivered to the new place.
Nice.
Got the new place.
Nice.
Both of them.
Yeah. Got 2 boxes to the new place. And
That reminds me, I bought some shoes that were supposed to be delivered today and they weren't.
yeah, it's
to
nice.
check on that.
I got all of my stuff going to the new place now, so that's less things that I have to move.
There you go.
When do you move over there?
I move over there on the 25th. So
25th.
so it won't interrupt ADHD After Dark because I'm not putting my fucking PC in a pod and then not having it for a week and a half.
Yeah.
That's coming with me, so I'll have everything I need to do to record this, and there'll at least be internet at the house. So that got
Hey,
set,
that's
that
the
got
important
set-
part.
That got set up today,
Nice.
and then I start my new job on the 27th, and
Hell yeah.
and it's gonna be great. Full-time work from home. I'm pretty much checked out on my current job. Like,
Yeah.
I can
naturally.
only imagine you probably are just like, I'm not going to be here much longer.
well, they're all like, we need to do knowledge transfer, and they're talking about like stuff, and I'm like, oh, I don't remember anything about that. Like, somebody brought up something that I would have known if I was gonna stay here, but like my brain has started actively deleting information. You know what I mean? Like, it has
Yeah.
definitely just been like, oh, all this is
Started
irrelevant
cleaning the hard
anymore.
drive.
And somebody asked me about something that was coming up that I definitely would have known stuff about, and I was like, yeah, I don't remember. I kind of forgot about that. So, guess you guys are
Sorry,
on your own.
homeboy. I've checked out.
Guess you guys are on your own for that one. He goes, oh no, Chris is absolutely checked out. I was like, yep. Oh, it's great. And like, I'm going there, and I'm just like, at this point, I'm still like super You know, I'm not doing anything super bad, but you could definitely tell that my attitude is zero care. I kind of made my product owner a little bit nervous, or product manager a little bit nervous today. I was just like, yeah, so I set my vacation responder up, so if they don't like, you know, fix my email address and like delete it quick enough, it's going to start sending out auto notifications to people that email me saying, I don't work here anymore. I don't know how to help you. And I have it set up to respond until 2053.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
That is beautiful.
I assume that my account will be deleted before that Monday. That following Monday, but we'll see.
Oh, I would say it's going to be funny if it isn't.
I'm going to send an email to my account just to see if it got deleted, to see if the auto reply got sent.
See if you get the message from
See if I
yourself.
get the message to myself. Oh, God. And found a so that game that Toast linked us, what is that about? Is that what we're doing?
It's a restaurant management sim.
Is it
So
for 2
you're
players?
just trying to expand your restaurant empire. It's not what I thought it was going to be.
Is it 2 players?
No, it's single player.
Oh. So we going back to doing Unraveled on...
Yeah.
Okay, do both of us have to own that to play it, or one of us? Or...
I'll double check on that. But I mean, it's not a expensive game by any means.
Where is it? Is it Unravel, Yeah, Unravel and Unravel. Oh, there's 2 of them.
Yes. So Unraveled is single player and Unraveled 2 is the multiplayer.
Ah, that makes sense.
And I played Unraveled 2 with my girlfriend, and she absolutely freaking adored it.
It looks
But
like
we got it on her Switch, and that's where we played it.
we still need to finish A Way Out at some point.
Yeah, we do. We need to finish a lot of things for Gameboat. By the way, make sure to subscribe to Gameboat. We eventually do stuff on that channel.
Yeah, well, my life is just kind of hectic. I assume E.
Both of our lives are kind of hectic.
Once the summer rolls around, E will have more time, I assume.
Oh, yeah. Oh, big time.
But my life has been hectic because of the house and moving and new jobs. So, you know, maybe I'll start getting the motivation again to edit, you know, once I get moved in.
Eventually be buying a house. I just don't know when, because this housing market in our area is poopy garbage.
Well, you know what my interest rate is, right?
Yes.
It's fucking awful.
So who knows? Maybe it might be long enough until the housing market crashes. I don't know.
Just move in with me.
Right, might as well at this point. You got enough rooms.
Yeah, we can have Zeno move in, and we can have Dilla move in. We'll just have a nice big old orgy in the basement.
What about
Oh my
Farah?
God.
Farha is okay.
Farah already owns a home. So does Dilla.
Farha, yeah, but Dilla.
I own a home too.
Dilla has a tree in his roof.
Yeah, that is true.
No, I would totally invite Farha, but he gets too self-conscious for his own good sometimes, and I don't think he could be constantly reminded about having an orgy 24/7 and not feel uncomfortable.
You'd be like, maybe I'm not going to be good enough for the boys.
Maybe I won't be able to reach them. I'm gonna hear about that whenever he listens.
You're
to
going
the
to get a
podcast.
message from him. Be
I
like,
hope I
listen
do.
here.
I hope I do. And then let me tell you how much that I'm not going to care because we say anything on this podcast. Nobody's safe.
This isn't anything goes
Nobody's
podcast.
safe. Everybody's up for attack. Even my balls.
Especially your balls.
Oh, look at Xeno's beautiful chair.
I know, that is one handsome chair. I like how he just left. Didn't really say much. He was just like, man, I'm going.
I wonder what it smells like.
I'd imagine cotton candy. He looks like a kind of guy who would smell like cotton
smells
candy.
like cotton candy?
Yeah.
Okay, let's clarify when he gets back here. Hurry up and sit down, you fucking piece of shit.
Right, he's wasting
What the
so
fuck?
much
You have to
time
readjust
right
your boxers or something?
I know the answer to this question, but I need you guys to lie to me.
now. Okay.
It also doesn't go bad, right?
No.
I'll give you the answer you want as long as you answer me this.
What's that?
What does your butthole smell like?
What does my butthole smell like?
Yeah. What's your butthole smell like?
Oh, let me think about it. I just had golden grams, so it's probably a little bit of a hint of honey.
Golden grams.
We're on the
huh?
right track with honey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm. Mostly, I imagine it smells like some kind of a sick, twisted combination of like chili cheese Fritos and honey grams. But I imagine it.
Okay. That's close
I can get
enough.
behind that.
That's close enough to cotton candy. We just wanted to know what your chair smelled like. So we just kind of assumed it smelled like your asshole.
Mm-hmm.
So then the next logical question, what? Oh, I saw that. You dropped it everywhere. You're fucking...
What a
No piece of
mess
it
you
fell
are,
off.
my guy.
Well, that's Cade food now. He's going to come in and scoop that up
Absolutely.
before you get it.
Once it reaches the floor, it is the pets. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
So what are you
Alright,
eating
so,
there, Zeno? I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, that was a good question. Why not
These
eat
are
it?
taquitos from a Mexican restaurant local here.
It's a good thing you didn't say the name.
Mm-hmm. And we got some salsa that is probably questionably old, but
What
for
is
brave. Oh, wait.
what does the date on it say?
I'm not going to tell you the date.
You need to
Please
tell us the date now.
Not going to do it.
You have to tell us the date. It's in your contract.
That is true. Otherwise, we do take over the Xenostream 38 name.
Yeah. Please say it was last year.
No, it's not last year. What year is it?
23.
It's 2023, my dude.
Yeah, it's fine.
So it expired
No.
in 2022?
June.
Oh, it expired in
okay.
June.
So yeah, it's still good then.
No, it
Mhm.
expired. Did it expire in June last year?
No.
No, did it expire June 2021?
Why are you asking so many questions?
I'm gonna keep going until you definitely say it's a no. So it sounds like it expired in June 2021.
No, it's 2023. Okay.
Like
No, it does say 2023. Okay, so it's still good. So
Oh,
why did you
yeah.
ask us?
and why would you
I
tell us the
didn't read the
expiration
date at first.
So you came in and you asked us a question about
I hope it's bad.
salsa and its expiration date, but
Yeah.
it's still within the expiration date.
Yeah, I didn't see the date before I sat down.
Welcome to ADHD, everybody. How can I help you?
So did I
Fucking-
tell you guys that I finally got karma back for the whole crop dusting my students situation?
Who
No.
heard about the story?
You guys have heard about the crop dusting story, but this happened this week and it did not involve fart coming from me.
Oh, did one of your students rip a good one?
Oh, tore ass.
Oh, no.
Okay. So I'm teaching, right? And this is my honors class. So these are the smart kids.
Yeah, but as we know, Smart Kids has some pretty gnarly farts.
And
I've got a story about this at some point too.
we are going over a
I pissed
review.
my pants in
and-
school one time.
Oh?
In 9th grade.
I almost feel like I need to pause my story to hear that story. But I also
Yeah,
feel
well-
like my story is not going to live up to that.
That's
story.
a better story. It sounds like.
Yeah. It's
Keep
like,
going with your fart story and I'll come
No.
back to mine because mine's not
All
even
right.
that cool. Mine's just me being a fucking piece of shit.
I also have a fart story from school.
so we're going over a review. This was yesterday because today the kids had to test. And next thing I know, I just smell something and I know exactly which table it was coming from.
It's fucking
but I
had
didn't
the
know-
heat wave lines coming off
Yeah.
of it. Oh, no.
I don't know which student it was. Like, I have my guesses, like a very firm guess on who it was, but I didn't want to like call them out. And I couldn't just be like, oh my God, it smells like ass. Like, I just like casually walked away from like where I was presenting because it was like near where I was like presenting on our screen. And I just hear one kid go, oh my God, somebody. And he was about to say shit themselves. And then he looked at me and I like locked eyes with him. And he was like, farted real bad over here, Mr. Cdam. And I was like, okay. And I just kept teaching, like I was ignoring it, but the whole
Oh,
classroom smelled
no.
of ass. And I was just like, I'm almost curious if this young student pooped themselves, like straight just sat there, thought, oh, maybe I can trust this fart, and just shit just seeped right out because it just stung. Finally, the smell drifted away. And then right at the end of class, I'm positive the student who got up cropped us in my entire classroom because he just walked right to the door, and the students who were coming in was just like, oh, why does it smell like someone farted? I was like, because I'm pretty sure somebody did. My whole classroom. And the worst part is I'm out of Febreze. I have to pick up more Febreze. So my class just stung for several minutes.
Are you out of
like,
Febreze because of your own brand, though?
Yes.
Yes. Karma fucking guy, he's so
piece
good.
of shit.
Oh my god, that is
There
great.
are times where I have teacher stress and it comes out in the form of toxic gas.
I mean, at least you didn't fucking piss your pants.
Right. Okay. So let's hear the piss pants story now.
Dude, the piss pants story was more me just being like, I can make it without going to the bathroom. I was about 5 minutes away from the end of class, and I just turned in my test, so it was more like just sitting there and wait. And I had so much social anxiety because it was like one of the first days of high school. And
so you're like a brand new freshman.
And I didn't want to like get up and ask the teacher for like a hall pass to go to the bathroom. And I was like, I could hold it for 5 minutes. Well, inside of that 5 minutes, I also had quite a few farts that came out. And one of the farts ended up triggering like just a little bit of a leakage from the bladder. But like that little leakage turned into the fucking Niagara Falls. And I just remember I was like, well, I don't have to go to the bathroom anymore, but like, I hope I can wear my backpack low enough that nobody can see the massive piss stain on my two butt cheeks while I'm walking down the hall to the bus. My shoes were squeaking from
my god.
piss in it. I don't know. Nobody ever said anything to me about it, and nobody at home said anything to me about it. So the only time that people are ever going to hear about it is by me telling the story, I'm pretty sure. And if somebody comments on our Twitter that says, I remember your wet ass cheeks walking down the hall on this day, I'm going to be a little mortified.
I hope there's somebody you went to high school with that just randomly comes across this podcast and they're like, man, this dude's voice sounds familiar. Then they hear that story and they're just like,
but
no.
it was one of those ones where I was like, oh, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't a lot. You know, you try to like talk yourself out of it, and then like
it could have been much worse.
The bell rang, and I stood up, and then I sat back down and waited for everybody else in the class to leave, so I didn't get exposed. Because I stood up and I was like, "Oh, it is that bad." The chair was full of puddles.
This is awful.
Oh no!
It was clean the next day, so.
Oh,
like
no.
you just reminded me that I also have a pee story too. So I have a pee story and a fart story,
but
whichever guys you want
that's
first.
That's probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever done, and somehow I lucked out and nobody called me on it.
Yes.
When I was like, I think I was 7.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more acceptable than Coco, but
Yeah,
definitely still not acceptable.
I was 13.
But same kind of deal. I was outside and I was like, I can hold it until I get home or whatever. And we were like,
because you're little, you don't know your body that well yet.
Yeah. I remember we were playing hide and seek and I was in a tree.
Oh.
And I was just like, no, this is fine. I can totally do this. I can totally do this. And I'm standing in this tree and I'm like so competitive that I'm like, I'm not going to lose. Like I will sacrifice peeing my pants to win this game and
You
stuff.
just pissed from the top of the tree. That would have been hilarious.
So I ended up, I'm in this tree and I can't hold it anymore. And I start to pee my pants. I'm like, well, let floodgates open and stuff. And I hear somebody like yelling, like we're done. Like you can come out now because everybody else was caught. And I was like, oh, perfect. So I climb out of this tree and I just like start running to my house as fast as I can. And like one of the kids in the neighborhood's like, where are you going? And I was like, oh, I totally fell in this puddle or whatever. And I gotta go change my clothes. But that was like one of the most embarrassing things ever.
I mean, at least you had a scapegoat
younger.
for that. What am I going to do in a fucking goddamn building? Oh, I fucking fell in the janitor's cleaning fucking
Right.
fucking bucket.
Guys, I fell in the toilet somehow. I don't know
He's sitting in
how.
your bucket.
But the fart story reminded me because it was in a marketing class in like my freshman year of high school.
I have a
and
fart story too.
It was full of like a bunch of like higher classmen, and they were all like of the higher education group and stuff like that, like the honors classes and shit.
Right.
They were all like super serious about this marketing class and shit. And I was just this like weird freshman that was like nobody knew and stuff. And I was like, okay, whatever. This class is going to be great. But I tend to be a little lactose intolerant first thing in the morning, and
only in the morning. It
yeah,
clears up
like
by
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like
What
if I
the
drink
fuck?
milk at all before like 10 a.m., gives me the worst gas. After 10 a.m., I'm fine. But I back in that time, I was drinking a lot of those carnation breakfast things.
Oh,
If you know what those are.
Oh, yeah.
They're like a powder mixture you put in milk, and it's supposed to be like a meal substitute, essentially like that.
Mhm.
So I would drink those in the morning before school because I didn't want to wake up early enough to like actually eat breakfast or anything. So I would just grab one of those. Gave me the absolute worst fucking gas ever. Like those things alone, on top of it, it was a milk product. Like it was all bad. So I'm sitting in this class, and there's one student in front of me, and I'm in the second seat back behind him. And we're like in the middle of like an instruction or something like that on like what, like in the middle of a seminar or whatever. And I'm sitting there and I'm like biting my lip. My stomach hurts so fucking bad from just like gas. And I'm just like, all right, I gotta try to like let some out now because this is like hurting my stomach. And I start to, and it is no joke, the loudest fart of my fucking life. Just like, and I was like, I just like sat there and like covered my mouth. And it's kind of like,
you were laughing.
nobody moved, nobody said anything. Like the teacher stopped talking, and I was just like sitting there, like hopefully everybody just like forgets that fucking happened.
It's like drop.
So
the
I'm just like
books and then
sitting
fart.
there, yeah, like not saying anything. And the kid in front of me just turns around and looks at me dead in the eyes and goes, "Real mature." Then I couldn't not laugh, so I'm this fucking goofy ass freshman that just shit his pants, and now I'm laughing because somebody called me immature. It was the worst thing ever. I was like, I regretted going to that class the rest of the semester. It was so dumb. I was like, I can't believe that just fucking happened.
And you're probably just known as that guy from that moment on.
Yeah, probably.
I
All
have-
those upperclassmen was like, fucking, these freshmen are fucking weirder and weirder every year.
I have a fart story too from when I was in.
All right, let's hear it.
from when I was in third grade. So it's my fart was more probably acceptable than Zeno's now. So our stories are reversed. but so I was in this was back when you got like detention over recess instead of like after school detention.
Okay.
So I was serving detention in recess for, like not doing homework or something like that, like something stupid. And there were a bunch of other kids in the room as well. So like they made us, be quiet, do schoolwork, stuff like that as punishment. Well, the teacher had to go walk out of the room for something. And I don't remember what, but she was like, just make sure you guys don't make any noise whenever I leave. Oh my God. As soon as she left, like no more than like a minute later, like I had the longest high-pitched squealy fart that I think I've ever had. Like it wasn't one of those, it wasn't like a like that. It was more like a
The ones that just really drag on.
it was like it was like 30 seconds and
Had a tail on it.
everybody was dying. We were all laughing because of the fart, and like I like as they started laughing because it was going so long, I started laughing too towards the tail end of the fart, so it started going boop, 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 like that. The teacher comes storming back in and gives everybody else an extra day of detention because we couldn't be quiet until we explained to her that the fart I had was the best thing ever, and she was like, okay, well, I'm gonna let that one slide then. But like, she thought that we were all just joking around, but like, I just had the gnarliest like fucking squealy fart, and like one laugh triggered everybody laughing. It was the dumbest fucking thing ever.
You ever like fart and you make yourself laugh because of it?
Yeah, all the time.
Like that. Yeah. There
All
was
the
one day,
fucking
one morning, I woke up. This was when the ex-girlfriend lived with me, and I thought she was gone. I was laying in bed, and I had
that
like
crazy
one of
bitch?
those. Yeah, I had one of those like really long farts, and like the only reason I cut it off is because I started laughing at myself, fucking farting, because I was like, yeah, exactly. And I just hear her from the bathroom. She was like getting ready for work or something. She goes, "Are you fucking serious?" And then I laughed more, like,
Whoops.
Dude, farts are always funny. But the longer they are, the funnier they are.
Oh yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't matter how old you are. They're always
If
gonna
I
be
feel like
funny.
I have a perfectly safe fart and there's not going to be any chance of shit, I will try my best to make it like sound unique. Like you guys, do you guys do that? Like if you know you have a lot of shit, like a lot of gas locked in the chamber, but like you don't feel like you're going to shit yourself, like you like try to like squeeze your asshole in different ways to try to get like the most loud reverbing fart possible. And then just like, and then like when you're ready to go, you just like squeeze your stomach just to see if you can get like a nice old kind of fucking sound. Oh,
I don't
man.
like get that deep into it, but I will definitely like try to force it as hard as I can to make it as loud as possible,
just to see if it's going to be loud, or sometimes I'll try to see how long I can make it last.
I definitely do that. Try to see how long I can make it last with burps. You guys have heard some of my gnarly fucking burps.
I never have a good burp. I've had some wicked farts. Never a good burp.
Gaz thought my burps smelled worse than my farts.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I remember you sending that message.
I think it was mainly because, a fart is just like stinky poop, right? Whereas my burp was like a mixture of stinky poop plus like chicken plus steak plus rice plus like root beer all into one smell.
Plus
and it was so like it was still like it was like super fresh and like just like a fresh decomposting smell. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It was so bad that when I burped it up, I was like, oh, so that's what my lunch would have tasted like if I ate everything together. Like I could tell you the individual flavors that came up in that burp. And she walked in the room and she just goes, oh, I think that's worse than your farts.
So one time I burped, and sometimes when you burp and it just tastes like what you ate, kind of like how Coco was describing earlier, I just happen to be like, oh, that kind of just tasted like whatever I happen to have earlier in the day.
Have you ever burped up your food? Like projectile, like a little chunk of something that was stuck in your throat and just like burr, and like made like a fucking BB gun dart out of it.
Oh yeah,
like fucking goes flying across the room.
Definitely had that.
But yeah, I just happened to make reference to it, and Shannon was just like, ew, why? I was like, I don't know, it's just how it tasted. She was not a fan of it.
We're simple creatures, women.
Right.
We laugh at fart and poop jokes and sometimes pee our pants in high school.
Or crop dust students.
I got thrown in a trash can my first day of high school. And then shoved in a locker.
Okay, can you explain that?
I was tiny.
I was tiny.
And the seniors, the seniors were just like,
happened. Like, why?
I was tiny, and some seniors just wanted to see if I'd fit in a trash can or a locker.
And I did.
and I did. There's nothing else to that story.
Ooh, Mingy, I need to drop my keyboard, honey.
Kids are assholes.
Yes.
Can't
confirm.
There was no reason. I did nothing to be deserved. They were like, oh, you look like you're small enough. They fucking 3 people picked me up. My fucking 4'5", 110-pound self getting picked up by a 6'4", 300-pound linebacker for a fucking senior. There's not much I'm going to do but say, just please don't hurt me.
Could you imagine if we all went to like high school together?
Oh,
we would have all got picked on. Let's be real.
That place would. I don't know. I was crazy because I had ADHD. There were a couple of times that I got called to the office where supposedly like my hyperactivity resulted in somebody getting physically harmed, and me never knowing about it until I got called to the principal's office. Like I got called to the principal's office one time because I apparently hit a girl. I'm like, I don't remember that. But apparently when I was like super hyper and like I flipped the table and the table like fucking like ricocheted on top of her while I was like running around the room. And then I was like, oh, I do remember that. I don't remember anything that happened after that.
Cuckoo's like, yep, that does check out. That does check out.
It was like, we're not supposed to hit girls. And I was like, to be fair, she shouldn't have been there.
She should have caught the table.
Should have caught the
It's
table.
like, look, I'm not the one in the wrong here.
When we were like, it was like an
Technically.
orchestra or something like that, and somebody was playing tag, and I got really
Why did you flip the table?
I got really into it because we were running around, and I used the table to turn, and I
see.
turned with the table, and it just went right over and landed on this girl, and then I got called to the office, and I was like, "What the fuck did I do?" I don't think flipping that was that bad, and then there's this girl that was like, "He's the one," and I was like,
He's the one.
"What did I do?
He's
That's
the
the
one.
right officer.
He's the
What the
culprit.
fuck did I do?"
You know, I can only imagine it being like that one scene in Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Send him to the principal's office and have him expelled.
Yeah, it was never bad enough.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Okay,
I've
hold on,
seen
hold on.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl like twice.
That scene became like a meme like a few years ago. So
You're a meme.
You're a meme. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
You know who's
All right, hold
mean?
on. I now
Who's-
gotta
who's what?
find the scene.
Who's mean?
Murky.
You are.
Murky.
Murky's a
You know what?
Murky's
I
a
agree,
piece
I
of
agree.
shit.
Merky is a complete
A piece
asshole. How
of
dare he?
shit.
Piece of fucking shit.
First of
You
all,
know, if you were here, I would totally kiss him on the lips, but
No, you
because he's not,
yeah.
okay.
Like-
hold on. Shark Boy and Lava.
First,
Girl.
He doesn't show up for the podcast. And then he does show up, but he won't let us take any of his guests as a co-host.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Let's have them make Discord accounts and then let them get on their devices. that
Right,
he
that's
can't
what
control.
I'm saying. Well, I'm saying.
E,
Okay.
you're gonna have to share it with me because if I watch it, unless the podcast won't get copyrighted, because if I listen to it through Discord, Discord puts the voice channel and anything that's streamed through it on the same channel.
Okay, well, I'll send it to you boys separately then.
Well, I can share it to Discord, but I can't watch anything from Discord.
Oh,
It's a good thing that I
okay.
figured that out when we weren't doing the porn games, by the way. Because
All right,
like, could
then,
you imagine if one of you guys streamed the porn games and like it had the backing track for that in those episodes?
Uh.
Oh, jeez.
Tee-hee.
Tee. Well, here's the link to it.
yeah, Merky. I'm gonna fuck you hard.
Hey-o.
Hey-o. So this is. Hang on. Let me.
So this is from the Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and this is one of the main antagonists of the movie.
Okay, hang on. Let me.
George Lopez.
George
Lopez's alter ego is kind of like the primary
guys
antagonist
go.
of the movie. All right, hold on. Let me. boop.
So yeah, at least this one. At least with this, I'll have the audio on a separate chat.
Okay.
So if I listen to you through on Discord, I wouldn't be able to comment on this. I found this out when we were doing the what you call it.
So this is going to be some of the worst acting you've ever seen.
Oh
in your
yeah, I
life.
can already see that. George
100%.
Lopez. Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't lying.
yeah. His alter ego is the primary antagonist.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
This is some of the worst writing. And this comes from the same people that did Spy Kids. Keep that in mind.
Spy Kids was pretty awful too.
That is.
Lava said, have him expelled. He just yeets it at the kid.
What the fuck is this?
So he's kind of caught in a dream, technically.
Oh,
So he has this like overly hyperactive imagination.
Mhm.
So he kind of views his principal as like this evil villain. He thinks everybody's kind of out to get him. His parents are on like the cusp of a divorce. And like,
Wow.
if you look into it, it's kind of a sad movie. And he creates
Yeah.
these characters, Shark Boy and Lava Girl, as kind of like these protectors of what he kind of holds dear. And as he goes through this dream world to kind of like fix the dream world, you kind of just learn that he's just a sad kid who just really doesn't know how to express himself.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty much, long story short, everything that you're sitting through in this is basically just a story that he created that he's presenting to his class. If I remember correctly, it's been years.
Doesn't it like become real? Like the dream world starts invading the real world or some shit?
Yeah, there's something weird like that that's in the movie. I don't fully remember what it was.
Sounds weird.
It is
very weird.
It's early,
and Lava Girl ends up not like her element not being lava. It's actually light or something like that.
Yeah.
In the end, because she was so upset about like how she just like destroys everything and stuff. And they were like, "You're actually not lava. You're actually light." Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
But yeah, also, did you like the fact that the one of the antagonists, Linus, was wearing a big L on his shirt because, you know, his name's Linus?
That sounds something.
He's just wearing a big old shirt with an L on it,
like
because
something that a Linus would wear, though.
That
no,
does
if I remember
very
in
Linus-like.
that movie, in the dream world, he's dressed up as like this supervillain with like that same color scheme. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D, Linus.
I have to take a shit, but I'm gonna have to hold it till after the podcast. Hope I don't shit myself, guys.
You know what? If it happens, just let her rip, man.
Yeah, if it happens, you have to tell us about it.
Oh, trust me,
Obviously.
it will not be like a quiet thing. I'll be like,
You're like, well, I just shit my pants.
Well, I'm just gonna go throw this in the garbage now. Hang on, boys. I want to come back fucking butt ass naked, with like a fucking piece of toilet paper hanging from my butt cheeks.
I was thinking baby wipes.
All right, so here he is in his villain form in the movie.
This kid looks like a douchebag.
He does, like with a faux hawk and everything. Like, I feel like I would just want to punch him in the face. Like, also on Google image search, I'm seeing how he looks now, and he looks like just some regular old dude.
I was gonna say he didn't become Macaulay Culkin and look like he did fucking 10 years of cocaine.
No, like, here's a photo of him now.
I don't know if you guys heard that. Oh, he does.
Was that his part?
Oh my god, it tastes bad. Oh god, I fucking had to like take a breath through my mouth, and I was like, oh god, I can taste it. It tasted like fucking 17-day-old broccoli.
Oh
no, that's oddly specific.
Old broccoli, I imagine, smells bad.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly, in the movie, you know how in that clip we just watched, George Lopez goes, "We're going to change your name from Linus to Minus."
He does say that.
Yes.
I believe that is his villain name in the movie is actually Minus, and that's why he has the minus on his chest.
That's hilarious.
Like, I'm looking at that picture and I'm like, I think that's actually what he's called in the movie.
Yeah, that checks out.
That's
I remember that.
fucking hilarious.
And if I remember correctly, he wanted to destroy the planet that Max created in the dream world. And it was like something stupid. Like, hold on, I'm going to have to look it up. But I just remember the name of it was so stupid. Even as a kid, watching it when it came out, I was like, this is really dumb. The planet Drool and everything Max created. And Mr. Electric was like the one who was like pulling all the strings, and that was George Lopez's character. And that was because everybody kept pronouncing the character's last name wrong, because I think it was like Mr. Electricidad or something like that. Like, it was Hispanic. I'm so sorry, listeners, for having to hear me, but yeah, it was bad, man. That Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Like, I know it's gonna have its lovers out there, but it's a bad movie.
It's awful.
Hi, Cade. Cater.
Say hi.
The movie came out in 2005, so I was 15 when this dropped.
Look at Cater.
Why did I watch this at 15?
EQ kitty.
Oh, I think I remember because like we rented it and it came with like 3D glasses you could watch when we rented it.
Yes.
And I think that was the big gimmick is you could watch it in 3D at home. So I think my mom rented it wanting to watch it. It's starting to come back together now.
It's coming back to me.
Did you guys know Disney's making a Toy Story 5?
Yes, I just saw Tim Allen posted about it.
They better start a new storyline, please.
Disney
I
just
imagine they have to, right?
7,000 employees. Then they announced that they're making Zootopia 2. So Goatman, if you're listening to this podcast, your lady's coming back. It was like a couple of days ago.
Okay, because I knew that at one point somebody like jokingly made like a Zootopia 2 announcement. It wasn't real. And then like, I'm not sure.
Oh, it's legit real.
Okay.
And Frozen 3.
I'm not surprised about that one, but like,
we don't need a Frozen 3.
We
didn't need a Frozen 2.
Actually, Frozen 1 and 2 go together, if you think about it. But I don't know how they can tie. They cleaned up there's nothing left at the end of Frozen 2.
I've never seen Frozen 1 or 2. I only know what happens in Frozen 1 because of Kingdom Hearts.
Frozen 1 was pretty amazing where, the end of the story was they got the bad guy and Elsa, became like the
They didn't need no prince.
They didn't need no prince. Elsa became, did she become the queen of the town or
Yeah, at the end of 2, she became queen.
No, at the end of, that was Anna at the end of 2.
Oh yeah, Elsa end of 1 became queen.
Yeah, and then 2 is basically about, it turns out that the old king and queen, Elsa and Anna's parents, were actually like these two part of these two conflicting early like native forces or something like that. Like one was like the nobles and one was like the people that live with the magic. So like I don't know how you describe that, but like they were like the daughters of that. So one was normal and the other one had magic powers. So like they were like the connection between the two. And like Elsa at the end of that goes off to live with the people that have the magic because that's what their bond was, and Anna becomes queen of Arendelle, right?
Yeah.
And like that like smoothed the relations over and made the elements happy and all sorts of stuff. So like literally they ended the storyline. So like unless they like do like, oh, Elsa goes to the moon or some bullshit like that, I don't know how they I don't know how they fucking, you know what I mean though? I don't know how they fucking keep the story going. Like what do they fucking do? This fucking Gaston break out of fucking prison and come over across like fucking fucking Toon Worlds and invade Frozen instead of being in Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah. Possible.
I mean, it's possible because Josh Gad's also over here. I can understand why they could make it Zootopia 2. Like, there's a lot of stuff that they could do with that.
I feel like there's
also they haven't made a movie about it. And like, when did Zootopia 1 come out? Like 2014 or 16?
Let me double check. Zootopia 2016.
Yeah, so they haven't touched that.
It's been about 7 years
in a while. Whereas, Toy Story 4 is like what, 3 years old at this point, 4 years old at this point?
Toy Story 4 currently 4 years old.
Yeah, realistically, all Toy Story 4 did was ruined the ending of Toy Story 3. It was such a good ending.
Yeah, I heard everybody who's
Did you watch Toy Story 3?
Because I've never seen 3 and I've never seen 4, but I've heard they should have just left it at 3.
Well, Toy Story 3 basically was such a tearjerker at the end, if I remember correctly. Like some toys died or something like that. I can't remember exactly what happened, but
they got close to being incinerated.
Yeah.
Up, right?
Yeah. By the way, welcome, new Merky, to the pod.
Merky. But like I was crying at the end of it and stuff like that, and then they came back and like ruined it all with 4. I was just like,
yeah, 4 was just like,
why did you make this?
Yeah. Well, they brought Lil Bo Peep back and stuff. And if I remember correctly, 4 ended with
3.
No,
from what I was told,
because Lil Bo Peep
with
went
Woody
to
and Bo Peep being together. But like,
correct,
it still ruined the magic of the ending on 3 because it was just like they all like broke up and decided like they were getting incinerated and shit like that, and you know, it was like super sad, and you know, you just come to this other movie and it's like, yep, that never happened. We forgot it. Like they never acknowledged any of that happening. I was like, I cried as a fucking adult in Toy Story 3.
And for Bo Peep, they like revealed she went to Andy's younger sister, was like Andy's younger sister's toy, and then Bo Peep was left at a park somewhere or something like that. And so Bo Peep was like living at this park with a bunch of other just like lost toys or whatever. And their whole goal was to hitch a ride on this traveling circus so they could like explore the world and stuff as toys.
Isn't Key and Peele in Toy Story 4?
I think so. Keanu Reeves is too.
Yeah, I think Evel Knievel's family actually tried suing Disney because of the likeness of Keanu Reeves' character.
I mean,
I don't think they won, or I think it got thrown out or something because it was considered satire.
Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, I can't believe that they're making a Toy Story 5. Unless,
It'll make money.
I mean, unless they can like make Toy Story 3's ending relevant again.
How do you make Toy Story 4's ending relevant? Because they literally
just acknowledge it never happened and it was a dream.
I guess.
Just be like, yeah, Toy Story 4, that sucked. It was a dream. Actually, here's the real Toy Story 4.
It literally ended with Woody being like, I'm going to go travel with Bo Peep in this traveling circus. And Buzz was like, all right, we're going to go back to being toys for Andy or whatever. Or no, they're not even Andy's anymore, are they?
They're Andy's kid
they got traded off to like his cousin or something.
No, I'm pretty sure it's his kid because Andy's like fucking old as fuck. No, because
Andy was in college in Toy Story 4. That's why he was getting his toys away.
Oh, that's why I thought he was old as fuck. So, but I thought it was his kid, but it could be his cousin. Yeah.
I need closure on the dog. Like, where's that dog at?
Probably dead.
He was old as shit in Toy Story 3, and I need to know that he's okay.
Got incinerated.
Shut the fuck up.
Did you forget that part of Toy Story 3 when the dog got incinerated?
And then, man, it was like the most tear-jerking scene in there, bud.
It was so bad they had to get the actor for John Wick in Toy Story 4 to make up for it. And then, yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. Fucking Frozen 3. Fucking Elsa Goes to Mars.
Yeah,
I'm calling it.
That's a hell of a movie plot idea. You should work for Disney.
You heard it here first on ADHD After Dark. Toy Story or Frozen. Sorry, there's too many fucking movies. Frozen 3 is gonna be Elsa goes to the moon or something like that. And if space travel gets involved at all, my prediction is correct. Like if she goes to Mars, like that's further than the moon. So like,
right,
you know, like that's even more ambitious.
Yeah.
So what do you think is going to happen in Zootopia?
She's going to freeze the sun.
The
fucking, I guarantee you it starts off with some bullshit of how the fucking rabbit and the fox had kids. Nobody's going to disagree with me on that, are they? It's not going to show them having the keys. It's not going to show them having the kids, but like there's going to be little rabbit fox hybrid in the fucking opening shot, and it's going to be something about rescuing their kids.
I think it's going to have something to do with the fox actually falling in love with another fox, and that fox is actually going to be
after they have kids.
Yeah.
It's going to be a whole story about cheating.
That fox, like the female fox, is going to be like a criminal or something like that, and the movie's going to be like Judy Hopps trying to convince the fox that his new girlfriend is a criminal or whatever, and he's not going to believe her the entire time.
It's going to start off.
The
song used in the intro is just going to be, "What does the fox say?"
Have any of you guys seen that anti-abortion Zootopia like fan comic somebody made?
No.
What?
It's fucking ridiculous.
Do we need to read it now on ADHD After Dark?
I will bring it up right now for you. I'm going to put it in incognito mode.
That's how you know it's good.
Zootopia anti-abortion comic is the first thing that pops up. It's called I Will Survive by Borba.
What the fuck?
And this was made back in 2017, so like a few months after the comic. Or God, the movie. There we go. And the thing is the art is really freaking well done on it.
Well, fucking assholes can be good at art.
You're not wrong.
J.K. Rowling.
It's full circle. We've come full circle now. Yeah.
So yeah, it's called I Will Survive. It's a Zootopia fan comic. So we start off here with what I'm assuming is their apartment. Here's Judy Hopps with a pregnancy test.
Oh, cool.
Come on, let's go. Sweet cheese.
Okay.
And
yep.
here's Nick. He's
Yep.
snoring.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. He's
Yeah,
snoring. They
Nick,
definitely
Nick.
had sex.
Nick, come on, wake up. Oh, we're off duty today. Nick, I have something important to say. Just text me, please. Nicholas, I am serious. Okay. So now it's starting to get serious. You can feel the tension happening here. Geez, when you call me Nicholas, it means that I'm in great danger.
Nicholas.
You bet. So here's Nick waking up. So I'm just going to skip through some of it. So he basically goes into the shower. He tries to have a conversation with her, and then boom, she drops it. Nick, I'm pregnant. So he kind of has that, oh my gosh. And then, he kind of does this like cool, hey. And he's like, that's not even possible. And then he's like, oh, your nose is twitching. That means, oh, it's real. And then, Nick's happy about it. He's like, oh my God, I'm going to have kids with you. Happy to save my life.
How this is going to be. Okay.
And then she's like, but, this is a problem. And she starts hinting at she doesn't want this child. And she kind of bluntly says that. And Nick's kind of going through all these emotions like, wait, how could you say that? This is a human life. Oh, I guess animal life in this universe. And then she kind of wants to say her piece. They kind of have this big back and forth about how, like, whatever far-right extremists happen to be saying here recently. Judy Hopps is like, no, it's going to be a freak. They kind of have this humongous back and forth. And eventually Nick just kind of calls her right out. It seems like you could even kill our baby for your career. And then they have this big fight. He kind of grabs the stuff. He walks out. More fighting. Him walking out. She slaps him in the face. There's the scratches from it, and they break up.
Oh.
This is sad. I don't like the story anymore.
So this is something that exists. And all I got to say is some of the panels in this became memes because that's how popular this became.
I mean, it's not
like
bad drawing at all.
No, like
really
the art in this is really freaking good. And like, I understand this is like probably real arguments that happen with, couples, probably more than either side would care to admit. But to use Zootopia was kind of weird, in my opinion. But I get it. You want to use characters people know.
Yeah, relatable and stuff.
Wow. ADHD After Dark, getting deep again.
Right.
But also, Disney fucking laid off 7,000 people.
7,000 people before they announced those movies, dude.
How are they going to make fucking 3 big name movies while also laying off 7,000 people? Who the fuck are they laying off?
I really don't know. And Google also laid off a bunch of people. Facebook Meta just laid off a bunch of people.
Call them Facebook because fuck them.
Yeah, let's be honest, they're Facebook.
Don't let the meta name stick. No, so what's really interesting about that is like Google and Facebook, they're actually harming their reputation for future hires. So whenever the economy when the economy eventually recovers and goes out of its ebb and flows, right? People will remember, and people will not apply to those companies again whenever they need workers, because they'll remember how they were treated whenever the times were bad. Well, they're just going to let go of 30% of their workforce. No problem. This guy's been here for 30 fucking years. Goodbye.
Later, out the door.
People remember.
They do. Oh,
Part
they
of the
do.
reason why I left my current company is not just because I didn't get a promotion, because like my other coworkers were treated like shit and also didn't get promotions that they deserved.
Hasbro just laid off a bunch of people too, I think.
Yeah, like after they tried doing that stuff with Wizards of the Coast.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous, like all these layoffs that are happening. And then
Did you guys see
like-
the Google stock drop by 9% today because their AI got a question wrong in their fucking own ad?
no.
So they you know how ChatGPT is super backed by Microsoft and are going to incorporate it into Bing and all sorts of stuff, and that's put Google into kind of firefight mode, and they're coming up with their own AI. I can't remember what it's called. It's another thing with a B.
I couldn't tell you.
But essentially they like showed the AI being asked a question about like what did the there's like a telescope in space discover and something like that, and it was like the AI responded with like it's also credited with discovering the first exoplanets in our in the solar system or something like that, and NASA was like, yeah, no, that's wrong. It didn't. This telescope that NASA owns, NASA's like, yeah, no, that didn't happen.
It's kind of hard to argue with NASA about something NASA did.
And then, but this isn't a fucking video ad that Google promoted on Twitter.
Ooh.
That's showing off how their AI can help the world, and it blew up so bad that their stock dropped 9%, or roughly like $10 or $12 billion, from somebody literally not Googling to see if the bot's information was correct.
Somebody got fired for sure.
Let me see. Well, I mean, how do you publish that?
Like, you think it has to go through some kind of team, right?
You would think.
Like, somewhere along the way, somebody had to be like, wait a minute, hold up.
Yeah, Google's shares went from $106.77 to $94.74.
Yikes.
With a market cap loss of $100 billion.
Jeez. Oh.
So what you're saying is it's now the time to buy in the dip.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Buy Google right now because it will recover.
AI, realistically though, it's getting kind of scary.
But
Right,
yeah,
kinda like-
so anyway, basically what Google did, let me see if I can find it. The what somebody asked it on the video, and it's still up, I think. Yeah, the fucking it's still up in on Google's Twitter. Like, hang on, I'm just gonna retweet.
So they
this.
kept it up
I'm just
even though they knew there was something wrong with it.
I'm just gonna retweet this from fucking ADHD After Dark.
All right.
Retweet. And you know, when we retweet something, that doesn't mean it's good. Just to be clear. Yeah, so basically it asks, somebody asks it, what new discoveries from the James Webb Space Telescope can I tell my 9-year-old about? And it responds with a few bullet points, including the claim that the telescope took the very first pictures of exoplanets. But the James Webb Telescope didn't discover exoplanets. The European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope took the first pictures of those special celestial bodies in 2004, a fact that NASA confirms.
Woof.
And then
how do you royally mess that up?
And then Google basically lost $100 billion of money for their investors. 7% in a day, which
Feels bad.
you know, when you think of, say your bank account drops 7% and it goes from like $106 to $94, you're not going to be happy about that, right?
No,
You're not going to be happy about that, but you're not going to be like super, super duper like in oh shit mode. Like you're going to be like, oh, I mean, there's nothing I can do. It's like, $10. Okay, well, whatever. But you got to remember that 7% dip is in not just one account, but millions of accounts.
Mhm.
So that $10 is multiplied by millions upon millions, and that's how the fucking figure is calculated. So, for one individual, it's not a lot, but Google's like, yeah, we just effectively put out an ad that burned $100 million in 10 seconds.
It's just embarrassing.
Yeah, fucking
It
idiot.
is.
Something that could be, I don't know, for, lack of a better term, Googled for fact checking.
You could have used your own fucking web browser, bro.
Could have used your own fucking search engine to verify that fact. But somebody in the media department didn't. I bet you they went to this AI, typed it in, and just assumed it was going to be right. And the engineers are like, guys,
That's what we call arrogance.
Guys, we fucking talked about this. Make sure you fact check it before you use it in marketing. Now I have to explain to fucking, what is his name? Sanjay or whatever the Google CEO's name is. Why we just lost $100 billion because of your fuck up.
I'm probably gonna mispronounce it, but Sundar. Yeah, Pichai.
Sundar Pichai.
Yeah. Okay.
It's hilarious. Social media users quickly pointed out that the company could have fact-checked the exoplanet claim by, Googling it. Hang on, wait. Let me see some of these responses. Let's go to Twitter and fucking let's see. Okay. Why didn't you this is from Chris Harrison, at CM Harrison Astro. Why didn't you fact check this example before sharing it? If you Google to look up stuff, you will see Bard has made errors. Try Googling when was the first direct image of an exoplanet made. Oh God. Well, also Switch is back. Hi Switch.
Hi, Switch.
Sorry.
No, this is New Merky.
No.
This is New Merky.
No, I refuse.
No, fuck Merky.
I am Switch. Switch has
Switch,
a
you have,
fatter
to
ass.
listen, you have to listen to the podcast tomorrow so you get the story about how I pissed myself in high school.
Have you also brought up the threesome with your grandmother?
I think we have talked about that before here, though.
I think we did talk about it last episode.
I'm pretty sure we definitely talked. That's where the threesome with my grandmother came from. I'm pretty sure.
Because it came from the conversation we were having about.
And then
you
somebody
and Gaz.
fucking brought it up in here, and we had to talk about it.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, but I
That's
peed
when it
myself in 9th grade in high school.
Well,
You get to listen.
I'm sorry for your loss.
You have to listen to the podcast to get the full details. I'm not doing the story.
Right.
That's fine.
You're fine.
You're fine.
You're
hot.
fine. You're both hot.
Ooh.
You.
Dude, I'm gonna show you guys my tattoo when I get the actual
How red is your
pictures
arm
from
on a
artists.
scale of 1 to ouch?
How what?
How red is your arm on a scale of 1 to ouch?
It's actually not very red. We just did the line work today and some minor shading and stuff, and we're gonna do the coloring.
Did you say baiter? Baiting?
Shading.
Shading.
Yeah.
I was like,
We're-
minor baiting? What the fuck?
I was baiting you.
Ah.
Oh.
What was
I
that?
was meaning like debated, not like you know. Look, this is an ADHD after dark. I wasn't talking about masturbating. I was talking about jabating.
Well, we don't always talk about masturbating on here. I mean,
Always.
We
most
shit
of
on
the
Merky a lot
time
of this episode.
we do. Honestly,
We shit on him so hard that he actually showed up to the episode. Because
Wow.
we messaged Dusty to say, hey, can you come on and talk on ADHD After Dark since Merky can't? And she's like, but then I have to tell him on ADHD After Dark. And I was like, or you don't. And then Merky showed up and he's like, the fuck are you guys talking about? Because someone won't talk to me.
Yeah, somebody won't tell me.
Why isn't Merky here? No.
So his reason at first was because he's cooking fucking dinner, and then explains that he had his company over and he's cooking dinner for his company. I was like, you should just fucking lead with that, so it didn't sound like, oh yeah, it's gonna take me forever to cook this meat and this fucking potatoes, stuff that we've made fun of him about before on this podcast.
So a Merky meal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's standard Merky meal.
I was just like, Merky, you could like while you're cooking, just pop on the podcast,
Good.
like you normally do. And then he was like, but have company over, and we were like, oh, you should have fucking led with that.
Mhm.
And
Mostly
then
what we're trying to say is Merky's a bitch.
And then as
Right.
soon as he hung up Switch, everybody went, what a fucking asshole. Like in like their own different, in their own
Immediately
way. It
started
was like
shitting on
everybody
him.
had a different sentence, but it all was the same thing that was basically, what a fucking asshole.
What a fucking cock snuffle, dude.
What a cock snuffle. Oh, that's a great one.
New one.
I see the look on your face, Zeno.
Zeno's playing
What?
Destiny.
I see that.
I am.
Yeah.
I see him on my friends list.
He's been playing it the whole time.
You're
Yeah.
not trying to do a solo run, are you, Zeno?
He probably is.
I am
Yeah,
not,
but-
no.
Is it on Master?
It is not.
Fuck.
It's not the
Damn.
weekly rotation dungeon.
Hey, what are you talking about?
I'm
What are you talking about?
I'm in
Yeah.
grasp right now. that what you're talking about?
Oh no!
I thought you
fuck
were
it. I'm
looking at
joining
where
you.
I was.
I'm joining you.
So,
at
so has anybody gotten any
Okay.
Valentine's Day presents from their significant others yet? Or is that going to be
my
next week? Because
girlfriend-
mine is great.
Yours is pretty great.
What did you?
Lena hates Valentine's Day, so no,
Oh, okay. So you're not going to get a brownie that says "I heart your dick."
no. Unfortunately, not.
That was hilarious when I opened that up. I was like, oh, because the invoice didn't know how to do like, how whenever like a printer prints stuff out, sometimes like characters get turned into question marks. It was just like,
Yeah.
I question mark your dick. And I was like, pretty sure I know what that is. And I opened it. I was like, this is fan fucking tastic. I'm like
Yaz is
afraid
great.
I'm like a fucking afraid to eat it because it's so fucking hilarious.
You're eating your own
That
dick.
That
bro.
is
Great.
funny.
Don't eat your own dick.
But it's so
I think you should
brownie.
eat your own dick.
It's so brownie and chocolatey. It's like I'm gonna have to eat
Well,
it
actually, that
eventually.
would be mine. Yours would be like white.
Oh, speaking of brown and chocolatey things, Switch, I didn't know you were in Hogwarts Legacy.
I was just about to
Yeah.
fucking say
I bought
that.
it-
I was
I bought
just
it last
about
night.
to fucking say that.
I also bought it last night, so I'm actually in it also.
Did you
so-
see the fucking default character
Yes,
I was talking
you
about?
fucker, you fucking bitch. I saw that,
I was
and then I
like-
laughed.
I was like, there's a default fucking character. I was like, Switch doesn't even have to fucking customize its character. He just goes to the fucking third row, second column and goes start game.
I will say, I was actually going to do that, but then I decided I wanted different hair, so I got different hair.
I mean, that
yes.
makes sense, but like
Yeah,
I
that's-
picked that one and I was like, holy fuck, I know who this is. Wait, 1 second. Switch, is this you?
You fucker.
Bro, I was talking about it on stream and then I fucking Gaz was like, oh my god, that is 100% Switch.
That's ridiculous.
I actually
You guys are ridiculous.
I actually like going into the customizer. I was like, well, I can't pick a different base, so I'm just going to start from here and change everything around. I don't think I ever actually ended up with your face, but that's the one that I started with.
Zeno, are you trying to farm for levels on something or a catalyst?
Catalyst on my witherboard.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've just been here shitting on everything while you're like standing there watching me.
What
I've been shooting witherboards
fucking
in here. and getting
asshole.
kills.
What a loser.
What a piece of shit. So Switch, talk about your big peepee.
So it's actually like mini, but I mean,
Oh, okay.
if you'd like,
I mean,
it's like, you ever seen one of those little squishy penis things with the face on it that people put like on their desk?
Yes.
No.
no. Are we talking about a dildo?
No,
No,
it's like a little
They're like
squishy
little tiny
penis thing
squishy
with the face.
penis
Of course the
crush.
It's
teacher would show
literally
about a
like
little
the size
squishy
of like the
penis.
tip of your thumb.
Yeah, it's like super tiny.
Yeah, they actually modeled that after my penis.
Oh, so you stuck your dick in the silicone mold?
Yes. Yeah.
Ah.
It was very warm and kind of wet.
Hey,
And
yo.
as one would expect.
Did it give you a good pull on the way out?
Yeah, it was.
Good old thug.
Little tug 9000.
Did you make that same noise?
Yeah, I did. No, I was trying to tell you. That's the noise I made.
Oh Jesus.
That wasn't me reacting to me almost dying in Destiny
Jesus
or
can't help
something.
you
That
now.
was Satan.
Yeah, it's everybody's favorite.
Yeah,
devil.
it's everybody's
Satan.
favorite, Satan.
You haven't gotten back to me about my request.
I'm gonna be honest. I forgot about it.
Can't believe
That
it.
sounds like Satan.
You're not a real Satan.
Oh shit! That'll be fighting
Ooh.
words.
Ooh,
know what?
You
You
gotta
know
take
what?
that, Satan.
Yeah.
You gotta take that from a pussy boy.
Yeah. Whoa.
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 Fuck you.
Whoa.
Satan, you're real. He's a fake
Wow. What
motherfucker.
an asshole. He. Who would this
What an
fucking
asshole.
Who would crop dust? They're
Yeah,
The
who
worst
would-
part is I knew that would
Who
get a
would-
rise out of him.
Honestly, who
So-
would crop dust in
so-
their own class?
So what was your request again?
To switch it so that smaller penises are more desirable than large penises.
So I did that,
ancient
but
Greek times again.
I did that, but I did it too early, and then like society came back around. So
Yeah.
No.
yeah, I accidentally did it in ancient Greece. That's why small penises were so.
Oh,
so
that
good
makes
back then.
sense.
Yeah,
That
I
makes
just kind of
sense.
fucked up the timing, and I can only do that like once every 1,000 years.
Okay.
That makes sense. That checks out.
Let's see.
So in 1,000 years, me will eventually be able to make your pee-pee tiny, but desirable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's how that works. Any other questions for Satan while I'm here?
How big that dick?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Satan.
All right, I gotta go, guys. Hitler's doing something apparently, probably with Merky's mom.
Again?
Yeah, probably with Merky's mother.
Hitler's always ruining the fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Always.
It's always Hitler. It's never Stalin or Saddam Hussein
Do you
Or
want me to go find those
Mussolini.
guys? I don't. They're usually pretty chill. I think they just fuck each other.
or Merky.
Oh, Merky's still alive.
Merky's
Merky's
a bitch boy,
mom.
though.
Yeah, he is a bitch boy.
Actually.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
Wait,
Bye-bye.
wait.
I'm waiting.
He's waiting.
He just
Do you
waited.
know that hurricane that started sometime this past year? I don't remember the name of it. I just know there was a hurricane. So it may have been my fault that began. You're gonna have to take my soul because I convinced Merky to twerk near the ocean.
Oh.
That's funny shit. I'm not gonna take your soul for that, but hell yeah, I'm gonna take everybody's soul you killed.
Oh, that's cool. I'm good with that. I'm good.
I already had your soul for fucking seeing Merky's ass.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I got.
Bye, Satan.
All right, guys, I gotta go take care of this before he jizzes over all over my fucking chair. All right, goodbye.
Oh god, fucking Switch made Merky twerk and caused a hurricane.
Very possible.
You
Beautiful,
killed
beautiful.
people with
Yeah.
that. You actually are now a murderer.
That is
you
true.
know, not
You
directly.
fully admitted to it, dude.
Technically, Merky is a murderer. I just instigated it.
Isn't that still
So-
genocide?
It's by association, you know. So yeah, short answer.
Oh yeah, genocide.
Yeah, quite literally.
Whoa! I didn't go for a certain race. What do you mean genocide?
Hey, you just killed a bunch of old white people.
Well, I mean, it wasn't my
Yeah, I mean, that's
Sounds like
to be
genocide
fair,
to me.
to be fair, the world could do with a
The
few
world
less
could do
old
with a few
people.
less old white people.
Oh, switchy poo.
Christ.
I said old people, not old white people.
Okay.
Mm.
Now, the government tried that already with.
Well,
COVID.
here's
It didn't
how
pass.
ADHD After Dark gets canceled. It's not by our own volition. It's by
I
our
said old
guest.
people. I
By
said
our
old
guest
people.
speaker.
You shit, and then he made it worse.
That's the whole point of ADHD After Dark.
Oh yeah, true. Fuck you, E.
You piece of shit! You pussy boy! You're a piece of shit! You're a fucking asshole! You piece of shit!
E.
What's up?
I love you.
I love you too, boo. I'm sorry for what I said.
It's okay. I'm also sorry. I'm also sorry that
Sweet tender
never mind.
moment.
Never mind. Just don't go looking for Ming anywhere.
What'd you do to my cat?
Hey Ming, can you go hide? He doesn't need to see you. On
He doesn't
my
need
camera.
to see.
Worst part is I really don't know where my cat is at the moment.
Switch fucking flew out, fucking stole your cat and took it on a flight back.
Get fucked, loser!
You fucked asshole! You know how he got on the plane? He claimed it was his emotional support cat.
Knowing how cuddly that cat is, yeah, I believe it. She probably would have been like, okay.
Oh my god. There was a cute dog on my flight back from Illinois.
Was it
Oh,
me?
describe it to us in great detail.
It was white, floofy, definitely
Floofy.
being held by somebody who likes soccer. You know the type. It was like, I don't know. You know how you can look at somebody, you're like, that's somebody who watches soccer, like
The type of
religiously.
weirdo to wear like a Fly Emirates jersey or something.
Yes.
So basically, haul that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Looked like Hall Dad. This dog was super cute. Real chill on the plane too. I was like, this is definitely not the dog's first time flying. Like super trained. I was like, well, it's not a service dog because it doesn't have the, service dog, required
Vest and stuff.
vest on that, if you walk up to it, you're like, all right, what's its purpose and stuff like that. That's like the two questions that you're allowed to ask so that you know if something's going wrong and what to look for with the dog. If the dog starts doing some shit, like, is that the thing that you need to look for? Yeah, it didn't have that on, so I'm assuming it was an emotional support dog, or maybe the dude just bought her the ticket and they just said, fuck it, and let it on the plane. I don't know, because I thought even emotional support animals had to have, like, a special sort of vest or something.
To be fair, you could be.
I know
a
you can get a
scumbag.
card that you can carry around for emotional support animals.
You could also just be a scumbag and buy a service dog vest off of Amazon because you want to take your dog places. Even
Yeah,
though
but that guy
there's-
didn't have a service dog vest, so the dog didn't have that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was like literally just a leashed dog. And I was like, I thought it had to have some sort of vest. Like even if it was like emotional support, wouldn't it have like something more visible than just, it's not.
Technically not.
Hey,
That's-
listeners, if you know anything, let us know because we don't.
But he was flying first class. I was
Ooh.
like, man is
Fun
balling.
fact, did you know studies showed that people in first class in a plane crash would most likely die first?
Absolutely, because it could go nose first.
Hmm. People in the middle class, they'd have some injuries, but people in the back, if they went into the fetal position during it, would receive like just scrapes and bruises.
That's
at
why I fly
most.
first class.
Because you wouldn't die?
Yeah.
Me too.
Never flown first class.
I have once in my life.
It's the best thing ever because I always get fucking drunk as hell on the flight because the alcohol's free. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I paid for this first class ticket. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I'm gonna fucking.
I didn't
make
tell
it-
you to stop.
I didn't say. I didn't hear no bell. I think one time it's like an hour flight, like hour in the air, and probably about 45 minutes of them doing service. One of my flights to Chicago, I had 5 Jack and Cokes.
Hell yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, keep them coming. I need more.
Dressed to shit right now.
Daddy's gonna feel good tonight.
I
Woo!
gotta hold my poop.
Speaking of which, how's that poop you were holding earlier
It
going?
Yeah,
either,
what's going on with that?
it either came out or because I forgot about it. Like it's either come out or it was just like it's like turned into fucking vapor and like escaped.
I don't think that happens.
I'm pretty sure that I'm the king of like turning shit into fucking noxious gas. Because there have been times that I've had to shit really bad, and then
Uh-huh.
like I get up to shit, and it's like, oh, I don't have to poop anymore. And then like a minute later, it's just like a comes out of me. I'm like, did I just convert solid to gas?
Guess at that point, yeah.
So what now? We've been on for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, we can just call it there if you want.
Weed.
Um,
Glop.
Everybody, take your shirt off.
Okay.
All right, Zeno, I need you to lift your nipples.
Yeah. My shirt's totally off right now.
No,
we
no,
can
it's not.
see
we can
you.
we can see you. Show us a nipple, and then we'll end the podcast. Do it. You won't.
You're the only thing that's going to end this podcast, you know.
Yep, it's doing it.
Oh, you didn't
Doing
show
the
us,
thing.
You didn't show us on camera. Everybody, make sure you tweet
Oh,
at
yeah.
XenoStream38
Doing
that
the
he's
thing.
a coward.
No. Extreme. It's
Oh,
X,
Extreme-
the letter X,
Extreme
Stream 38.
And also make sure that you give Zeno a hug. Make sure that you go to his Twitch and call him a loser.
But also drop a follow.
And drop a follow. Check him out at Xenostream, twitch.tv/38. That was totally correct. You can fill in the blanks.
Totally, yeah. You'll figure it out.
Okay, Xeno's a bitch.
You're smart, people.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.